मैं आनंद कुमार खत्री, एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर ऑफ जूलॉजी, गवर्नमेंट डूंगर कॉलेज बीकानेर। आज के हमारे लेक्चर का विषय है फर्टिलाइजेशन, उसमें भी पार्ट फर्स्ट। फर्टिलाइजेशन इज द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ हैप्लॉइड मेल एंड फीमेल गैमेट्स, स्पर्म एंड ओवा, and consolidation of pronuclei, that is fusion of pronuclei of both gametes. Fertilization results in the formation of diploid gametes, zygotes. The entry of sperm into the ovum induces development, while the diploid state is achieved again by the fusion of both pronuclei. The fusion of both pronuclei is called amphimixis, and the fertilization is species specific in the sense that the sperm from one species cannot fertilize the egg of another species. This is the main reason for the stability of a species. The role of fertilization. Fertilization has its primary role in sexual recombination during syngamy, where mixing of genes of two gametes take place and genetic variation are introduced in the species. The genetic variation provides the raw material to the natural selection and to other evolutionary processes for speciation, that is species formation. Further, the genetic sex of the individual is also determined at the time of fertilization. The individual is male or female depending on whether the egg is fertilized by a sperm carrying Y or an X chromosome. Basic requirement of fertilization. In most animals, the act of fertilization requires the following fundamental requirements for its fulfillment. First, in most animals, the fertilization requires a liquid medium which may be seawater in marine forms, freshwater in freshwater forms, and or some body fluids in viviparous animals. Second, the lifespan of gametes are limited. Mature eggs quickly become overripe and they must be activated promptly if they are to be activated at all. Eggs that are shed into the water, like those of most invertebrate fish and amphibian, must be fertilized immediately or within a few minutes. Eggs that are fertilized within the body of the female generally have a longer lifespan. For example, the human egg can be fertilized for at least 24 hours after ovulation. Sperms are also short lived, but there are more exceptions to the rule in the nature. Third, to increase the probability of fertilization, the number of sperms must exceed the number of eggs. Mechanism fertilization. The process of fertilization completes in following stages. First, encounter of spermatozoa and ova. A major problem in sexual reproduction is how to bring together the spermatozoa and ova. According to place and nature of fluid media, following two kinds of fertilization have been reported. A. External fertilization. When the fertilization occurs in the aquatic medium outside the body of male and female parents, it is called external fertilization. The aquatic medium for the external fertilization may be either seawater or freshwater. Internal fertilization. B. In terrestrial form, particularly where eggs are completely enclosed in impermeable envelope before being laid, that is example oviparous animals such as reptiles and birds, or where they are retained within the maternal body throughout development. In ovoviviparous and viviparous animals, the spermatozoa are delivered internally by some time of copulatory mechanism. The mere deposition of eggs and sperms in the general vicinity of each other within a liquid medium. In case of external fertilization, fluid medium and does not ensure they are meeting, even though spermatozoa possesses a propelling tail for active motility. The movement of spermatozoa are entirely at random and the spermatozoa collides with the egg as a matter of pure chance. Such chance encounters occur regularly in nature, partly due to enormous number of spermatozoa produced by the male gland and partly the result of the egg being a relatively very large target so that it can be hit fairly easily. In vertebrates, where the fertilization is internal, the movement of the spermatozoa from the site of deposition to the site of fertilization usually depends little on the active swimming of the spermatozoa themselves. Rather, spermatozoa tend to be transported passively by muscular contraction of the female trach and also by the counters currents of the cilia propelled. Second number, approach of the spermatozoa to the egg. The sperm reaches near the ovum by adopting one of the following two strategies. A. Chemotaxis. Chemotaxis is the ability of the sperm to detect a difference in concentration of some substance released into the water by the egg and to move from an area of lower to one of greater concentration of that substance. Apparently, such a chemical attraction of male gamete towards the ovum appears only in the plant, mosses, and ferns. However, chemotaxis has also been suspected to be operative in some animals such as coelenterate and fishes. In them, spermatozoa appear to be guided to the egg by chemical substances. For example, in the hydroid Campanularia, the eggs are produced by reduced female gonadia, which are enclosed in the theca with an opening of the distal end. During fertilization, spermatozoa have been observed to coverage towards the opening of theca. The attractant chemical substance extracted from female gonadia by Miller 1966 was found to be a small molecule having molecular weight less than 5,000 Daltons. A somewhat similar mechanism has been observed in the fish eggs, sturgeon, and lamprey eggs, where each of the eggs is enclosed in a hard chorion. The chorion is perforated by narrow canals called micropyles, through which the sperm enter to reach the egg cytoplasm. The spermatozoa tend to accumulate at the opening of the micropyle edge if they are attracted to it. It is noteworthy that in both cases, hydroid and fishes, the egg is not accessible from every angle and the spermatozoa are directed to a certain opening which leads to the egg. B. Fertilizing anti-fertilizing interactions. We have known for many years that the eggs and sperms of some animals such as sea urchin and other echinoderms, polychaetes, mollusks, tunicates, cyclostomes, fishes, amphibians, and some mammals are chemically attracted to one another. These eggs released into the surrounding medium substance that bring about agglutination of the sperms and the adherence of the sperm to the egg. These substances are considered to be more of a trapping agent for the sperms than a chemotactic factor. Factors that mediate sperms egg interaction even before they make contact were identified in 1914 by F.R. Lilly, who proposed the first theory of the physiology of fertilization called fertilization theory. He observed that egg water, sea water surrounding unfertilized sea urchin eggs, agglutinated the sperms and activated their motility. The reaction was specific since some sperms from related species were unaffected. The factor called fertilizing came from the egg jelly coat, which slowly dissolved as egg stood in seawater. Lilly postulated that fertilization was continuously secreted by the egg before fertilization. But it is now clear that fertilizing is the constituent of both jelly coats and egg membrane such as vitelline membrane and plasma membrane. This was given by Grant 1978. This is the mode of binding of sea urchin spermatozoa by particles of fertilizing. For sperm to be agglutinated by fertilization, they must have receptor sites on their surface, that is, on their plasma membrane. These receptor sites or anti-fertilizants interact with fertilizing molecules. The anti-fertilizing can be extracted from the spermatozoa by heating, freezing, or thawing or acidifying the water. Regarding the mode of interaction of fertilizing and fertilizing, Belansky 1981 has forwarded the following two analogous mechanisms. First, small a, antigen antibody type interaction. That means they show antigen antibody type interaction. क्या? The interaction between the sperms and the egg resembles an antigen antibody reaction. Fertilization in egg membrane may behave as an antibody combining with antigenic site, that is, anti-fertilizing, on the sperm surface. In both cases, the bond between the two complementary substances is supposed to depend on the spatial arrangement of the atoms in certain parts of the molecule in such a way that the shape of the surface of one molecule fits closely onto the surface of the other. The two bodies correspond to each other as a template to the model. Second theory was key and lock type interaction. Another often used analogy is the correspondence of a key to a lock. Such an interaction is currently called adhesive recognition, which proposes that such an adhesion depends on bonding between complementary macromolecules, that is, locks on one cell might fit keys on another. This was given by Trinko's 1984. However, in case of this analogy, it may be relevant to remember that sometimes a lock may be opened by a wrong key. It is if it is adequately similar to the right one. Such a situation can be observed in the cross section of fertilizing and anti-fertilizing of very closely related species, that is, donkey and horse. Chemically, a fertilizing is a glycoprotein or mucopolysaccharide, now called proteoglycan. Trinkus 1984. As a protein, it contains a number of amino acids, and as a polysaccharide, it includes salic acid residue as well as one or more monosaccharides such as glucose, fructose, fructose, and galactose. each of which is esterified by sulfuric acids as shown in the chemical formula. Both the monosaccharides and amino acids of fertilizing vary from one species to another, so that each species possesses its specific type of fertilizing. The molecular weight of fertilizing is 3 lakh Dalton. Each molecule of fertilizing has more than one active group, so that one fertilizing particle may attach to two or more spermatozoa, thus binding them together. In contrast to fertilizing, the anti-fertilizing are acid proteins with a fairly small molecule weight about 10,000 Dalton. This is the chemical formula of monosaccharides of fertilizing esterified by sulfuric acid. C. Sperm motility. The trigger of pre-fertilizing activation of metabolism and motility in sperm cells has recently been investigated in the sea urchin. The sperms remain immotile in the undiluted semen but become active immediately as they become suspended in seawater. This is due to spontaneous influx of Na plus in the sperm. It is in turn leads to a fast Na plus dependent release of acid and an increase of intracellular pH. The intracellular pH causes increased metabolism and motility. Good motility is correlated with increased metabolism irrespective of the fertilizing capacity of sperm. Non-motility in most flagellate sperm type is correlated with non-fertilizing capacity. Capacitation in mammals, the normally ejaculated or epididymal sperms do not show acrosome reaction unless they have been for some time in the female genital tract. The time span varies with the species and physiological condition of the female. It is more than 1 hour in the mouse, at least 1.5 hours in the eve. During this time, probably the coating substance on the sperm surface, particularly those on the acrosome, are gradually removed. The receptor site on the acrosome are thus exposed to enable the sperms to recognize signals emanating from the ovulated egg. This is called capacitation. Rabbit egg sperms can be capacitized by in vitro treatment with beta amylase. The factor that induce capacitation in the female genital tract do not appear to be strictly species specific. Significance of capacitation. According to Garten 1986, the process of capacitation of human being and other mammals result from the following effect and has the loss and has the following significance. The acrosome of the human sperms contain extremely powerful hydrolytic and proteolytic enzymes that could literally destroy the male genital tract if all the sperms should release these enzymes prematurely. Fortunately, the liquid fluid is seminiferous tubule. In the epididymis and in the vasa deferens, all contain minute floating vesicles filled with large amount of cholesterol. This cholesterol is continually donated to the cellular membrane covering the acrosome, toughening this membrane and preventing release of the enzyme. Acrosome reaction and contact of sperm and ovum. Third number. The first reaction of the sperm when it comes in contact with the constitutive of the egg surface. involves the acrosome. Onset of acrosome reaction take place when there are optimal physiological conditions such optimum pH, calcium, magnesium ion concentration and temperature. The presence of calcium ion is an essential condition for acrosome reaction. The acrosome reaction involves breakdown of membrane of acrosome vesicle, release and acrosomal enzyme, formation of acrosomal tubule and fusion of plasma membrane of sperms and egg. Acrosome reactions has been studied in a variety of animals such as echinoderms, annelids, sacoglossus and mammals. A. Trigger mechanism for breakdown of acrosome. The following two trigger mechanisms have been observed among the animals. In annelids, hydroids, mollusks, mytilus, the echinoderms, astrias, and hemichordate sacoglossus, the apical part of the sperm plasma membrane and underlying outer acrosomal membrane undergo descience. The sieve, the edges of the two membranes fuse to form an opening through which the contents of the acrosomal vesicle are released, and the inner acrosomal membrane grows into one or many acrosomal tubule which in some cases may be almost as long as the entire spermatozoa. It is important to note that the membrane surrounding the acrosomal tubule is always derived from an inner membrane of the acrosomal vesicle, and it is this always derived from an inner membrane of the acrosomal vesicle. It is this membrane that make first contact with the egg jelly, vitelline membrane and plasma membrane in that order. Second, in mammals, the plasma membrane and the outer acrosomal membrane break and fuse to give rise to extensive vesiculation. The inner acrosomal membrane joins with the plasma membrane at the level of the acrosomal collar. Unlike mytilus, hydroids, echinoderms, in mammals, the inner membrane, acrosomal membrane, does not participate in gametic fusion. Moreover, the sperm is possibly phagocytosed by the egg, and the sperm plasma membrane does not form part of the zygote plasma membrane. This is the diagram. Acrosome reaction in echinoderms. Upper A, acrosome reaction in sea urchin, and lower B, the acrosome reaction in starfish. B. Release of acrosome content. The trigger mechanism releases lytic enzymes or lysine located in the acrosome. The lysine are of wide occurrence and help the sperm penetrate the egg envelope by liquefying them locally without affecting the egg plasma membrane or ollema. In sea urchin, strong-like cetaceans, and the acrosomal reaction results in the liberation of a species specific egg binding protein bindin, which given by Wecker and May 1977, and a protease or lysine called acrosomin. The bindin has a molecular weight of 35,000 and plays a role in causing adhesion of sperm to egg of the sperm species. The vitelline membrane of the egg contains specific glycopeptide receptor for bindin. This was given Trenkers 1984. Acrosomin is responsible for the initial digestion of the vitelline membrane that covers the unfertilized egg, D. Robertis and D. Robertis. In human female and other mammals, fertilization of ovum takes place soon after the ovum enters the fallopian tube. However, before a sperm can enter the ovum, it must first penetrate the multiple layer of granulosa follicular cells which are attached to the outer side of the ovum, forming the corona radiata. The follicular cells of the corona radiata are held together by an adhesive cementing substance called hyaluronic acid. The sperm enter through the corona radiata and zona pellucida is believed to require the hyaluronidase and proteolytic enzymes released by the acrosome of the sperm. The hyaluronidase is supposed to dissolve the cement between the cells of corona radiata. In fact, even though only one sperm is required to fertilize the ovum, if an insufficient number of sperms are released in the semen, the male donor of the semen is likely to be infertile. This is believed to result from the fact that many sperms are required to attack the corona radiata before one sperm can succeed in penetrating the barrier. In addition to the enzymes from the sperms, bicarbonate ions in the fallopian tubes secretions probably also help in dispersing the granulosa cells. The zona lysine are held responsible for the passage of the sperms through the zona pellucida. Third, C. Formation of acrosomal tubule. The apical part of sperm plasma membrane, originally the inner acrosomal membrane, extends towards the form on acrosomal tubule. It projects through the egg envelope to reach the oilema. The shape and size of the acrosome tubule varies with the species. It is long and thin in Astrea saccoglossus, long and thick in Mytilus, short and thick in Pseudocentrotus, with projection in Hydroids, coiled and filamentous in Limulus, and is entirely missing in mammals. The inside of acrosomal tubule is in most cases has seemingly a rigid substance, the axial rod. The rod may either be completely formed nourish or only partly formed from precursor material at the time of the acrosome reaction. Example, saccoglossus. In Limulus, the acrosome is an elaborate coiled filamentous structure containing mainly the actin, the contractile protein, and building units of microfilaments. Discharge of acrosome activates the actin units to form microfilament, due to which the contractile coil extend rapidly to make contacts with the sperm surface. In Thyan, a sea cucumber to acrosome reaction involves changes in the state of polymerization. Monomeric actin precursor polymerase into long microfilaments which contact to pull sperm towards the egg surface. Grant 1978. Fusion of sperm and egg plasma membrane. The tip of the acrosomal tubule fuses with the plasma membrane of the egg, and a continued then is established. In sea urchin, it involves only 0.002% of the egg surface. In mammal, it is in the absence of acrosomal tubule, the spermatozoa appear to contact the egg surface and its lateral aspect. Following this action, the plasma membrane of the egg and the spermatozoa dissolved at the point of the contact, and the nucleus and between the cytoplasm of the cytoplasmic component of the spermatozoa are drawn into the interior of the egg. Thus, a single cell called zygote is formed. An organism lacking an acrosome in their sperm, example teleost fishes, there is no acrosome reaction, and then the sperm plasma membrane fuses directly with the plasma membrane of the ovum. This is the diagram with showing the fertilization in saccharomatosis. A. Intact acrosome. B. Breakdown of acrosome. C. Growth of acrosomal tubule. D. Polymerization of actin precursor into microfilaments. E. Fusion of plasma membrane of sperm and ovum. And F. Fertilization, cone formation. And G and H. Entry of complete sperm inside the egg cytoplasm. This is given by Torre 1971. Thanks.